Song. Prem Sabalavindravan Bihari Lala Ki Jai. So, take it time. Devotees on that side still offering the Havan. Whilst we doing that on the first day, let me firstly say Sitaram to everybody, welcome. For the person who have done Bhagwat with us before, or Bhagwat on the whole, you have an idea of what this procedure is. This morning, for the people who have never done it before, Puja started. Pandit Adish is here with us. Baba was here promptly at 5. The children, you will notice a lot of children. We're doing Jag, yes, but we're doing a lot of training. So a 5-year-old was turning Parsad pot. A 7-year-old was making Sada roti for you all to eat when we finish this session. So what if after the prayer and all the puja done, if it come like a summer camp for cooking, cleaning, being aware, somebody had to train you, they make Hong Wing coffee and tea for everybody here. But before we go live, I'm talking to a little bit. It just shows that the mannerism, the manners of covering your hair, learning to say Sitaram, how to mix with people. If somebody don't show you how to do that, you're going to do it right. I could come and sit with all you and insult you. I could disturb you. So the idea these parents come up with, in as much as we praying, we do some training too. So the same children that go make noise and make little distraction, don't vex for them. It's training. If the roti have a little burn, bear with them. But that is what's going on. As all you come and all you see for yourself is a group making Parsad, young children, no adult to say. I think he probably is the oldest one here. In the now section, I have the eldest is 16 years old, about 4 or 5 of them. In the kitchen, how we do it for the different dish, a senior person, a junior person. Senior person, junior person. So in one day we're going to make paneer, one day we're going to be tofu, whatsoever. So prior to today, they take from cow milk and they make their own paneer, where we make home here. The cheese, their own cheese paste, their own tofu, everything from bean. And they've been preparing and planning and doing it in the right way. We come to sit down, but before we go live, I'm talking to you. Many people don't know what Bhagwat is for. You see, when people talk about Kali Yuga, you have trouble, and we're going to hear about it today. Today Katha is to remind you what is Bhagwat, the history of it. You will hear as more and more. You know, long time, for example, we never had Ganesh Utsav. I remember in my life, Pandit Vishnu Harbachan was the man in Princetown district that used to keep up this Ganesh. And then the Hindus started to learn that before social media, so it was spreading slowly by word of mouth. And then Hindus started to pick up with this thing, but you know what? This is a good thing. People used to have a problem. I remember when he doing the jug and they make the little murti, that was before they used to import the murti. And people used to think if you submerge the murti, let's say I have a pond and you submerge that murti in my pond, your trouble coming in my water. All kind of simi-dimi craziness. Slowly and surely, Ganesh Utsav now take over. Ganesh is beyond what, for the short period of time. Then it had a time, we used to never do Shravan for the elders here. July month, you never had nothing happening. When COVID come and people, I know home here, we started to do Shravan, the Monday vrat for the 4 weeks in the month. Now Shravan, everybody doing Shravan. Bhagwat was there before all of that. Bhagwat was present in our culture, in the West Indian culture, when Ramayana was 9 nights. If somebody asks you, what is the correct duration of a Ramayana? I want to have Ramayana Yag to get optimum blessing, according to Ramayana text, 9 nights. When people used to have that type of prayer, they used to prominently do this type of Yag, where they're doing Saptaha, where on the invite where I give you, Saptaha simply means 7 days. I read on the TV for you, the Mahatyam, where it comes from, why we do it, what is the blessing. Narad Muni is the person in the Mahatyam say, Kali Yuga really, just for we home here, it really bad. It's hard. I don't have the time to pray. I don't have the material to pray. I don't know how to pray. It is dear Bhagavad, dear, but think was in when you was younger, we did doing it. Now we get older, and instead of we do more, we have more pundit, more TV, more equipment for you to hear me, radio, etc., internet. But instead of we do more, we're doing less. Instead of we know what to do, we are sure. It is as if we confuse. And I just want you to consider why. You have more temple now for the elders here. You have more temple. You could pick and choose Monday to Sunday. I will go this temple, I will go that temple. More activity, but less prayer. It seems as if something is happening. Now this book is a different. If you listen to Puran, you're going to hear Lord Shiva is the lingam, worship him, bow to him, you're going to so and so help. Devi Bhagwat will give you a vibration, an energy. You're going to start to jump if you have that love inside it. But Bhagwat is only give you one thing, bhakti. If the person listen to it and they go into the discourse, they will cry, they will mull and think about their own life. Me, what you think about nobody else? Don't study nobody else. This is for you to reflect. Where could I improve? How could I be better? Today, tomorrow, trouble come for me. I had to answer to God. We just hear it on the news, but somehow, like the lady who saved her granddaughter and drowned, that can happen to me. Think what I'm saying. Be honest with yourself. The beginning of this book is not joyous like Ramayana when Shuram born and everything happy. It starts with trouble. It starts very dismal. Dismal, very dismal. A man gets a death sentence. Plenty people having Bhagwat. Bhagwat one the other night, and the person talking, and I'm saying this for you to ask yourself if you know the answer. In Bhagwat, if we say Tulsidas Ramayana, I understand Tulsidas is talking. He's the narrator, for example. This is your text. This is one of the older yag we used to have in Trinidad. Who is the person talking in Bhagwat? Who is the person talking and who is the person listening? And I understand Bhagwat. I understand Bhagavad Gita is Krishna talking to Arjuna. But in this Bhagwat book, what is the purpose? The purpose, just to start me off, when life becomes difficult, when a person can't sit for prayer like how we used to, just by listening to the prayer. That is why we make this sacrifice this morning, to come, listen to the prayer, and you get the blessing as if you've done the puja over there. The reason why we waiting to talk them doing Gayatri Jai 12 times. People who have mistakes, don't fool yourself and say I'm perfect. From myself, go back. Everybody make mistake. Whether you think about it, you talk it, or you do it. And in Bhagwat now, the people who do in prayer, they saying Gayatri. Gayatri is the most powerful mantra. Why? If I say it once, the karmic benefit is the sin of 24 hours burn away. So when sometimes you see people journey into Bhagwat and they want to sit for prayer and they get to do it, sometimes we all make mistakes. But who are going and tell, boy? I cheat, I rob, I lie, I abort, listen to me, I abort a baby. Pregnant people, lady, things is happening in life, the baby form in the wrong place, the doctor will tell you have to throw it away. It ain't no boy name, it ain't no girl name, what pin now you're going and take out. So I make that mistake and it bothering me. Be honest with yourself. I vexed with my mother the last week before she closed she eye and I make a miss. COVID come, I didn't get to do this, that. I make my mistakes. You sit down and you do your Gayatri. You sit down where you're there and just 3 times, 5 times until God bless you, you can do more time. But you're saying, take that burden of sin off my back. If you're careful, you're going to miss it and you're going to say, I had this and I had house and I had land and I had car and I had health. But remember, bad thing happens to good people every day. When somebody says, I'm a Hindu, in different religion, you hear God make man in his image. No problem. Watch any man and tell me who perfect, who happy, who healthy, who have the money. When you start to see sickness in your children, when you start to see your money coming, but as it come, it going, and you're asking yourself, and God, and I say my prayers, That is where now the person says, aha, karma, make mistake. So they are trying, you're watching living example, they're trying to burn the karma. We doing the same thing. Every time you walk wherever the Bhagavad is going to be read, lifetime of sin, God, take it off from it, take it off. I want it come off. When the person sit down and they listen the word Shravan, that whole month where we talk about Shravan when they're doing Lord Shiva, Shravan is a form of devotion where you listen. All Shravan mean listen in that month. In Lord Shiva case, the Hikatha. When you come to prayers, listen, pay attention, learn one little ebb. Don't try to remember the whole thing. Learn something that stick with you. And by listening to the prayer, that is how you get the sin off your back. Maybe the marriage settled, the money settled, the mistake you make in your marriage, mistake you make in your job. I can't tell nobody what I do. But you know what, God? You have to clean me. To be honest. When everything we just talk about satya, truthfulness, at some point, we have to be honest with ourselves. I really make that miss. And I want to see change in my life. I have to atone for that mistake. That is why we just use Gayatri so much. And when all upon it come home, we just say Gayatri 3 times in the prayers. God forgive me for the mistake I think here. Let me say the morning of the prayers. The things I say, the curse I say, the different things I say about people. The things I did the morning for the prayers. In case I make a mistake, forgive me. I do my prayers, bless me to get through. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. They still offering jap, and before I go live, let we who here say we prayers. Put all your hand together. Just now we go to Arti, but I don't want to rush them. When you have yag, you have to pray. Think what I say now. Everybody come in, they had a trouble, they had a difficulty, the heaviness. And when we pass in the arti and the Hawan, if you know the answer, I'm just explaining for children. You're taking the heat from that flame and you're putting it over your body. Dear God, clean my aura, take off my trouble, take off the sickness, home it have trouble. God, I come to the yag for help, for change. But with that heaviness and that combined weight of everybody, we don't want this place to be affected. We want this place to be positive. Hanuman Baba is the person who protects the Yagyashala. While they're doing the Gayatri, we're going to pray to Hanuman Baba this morning with the Hanuman Kavach in the Panchmukh form, 5-head form, like this big picture here. In this form, you have amongst the different head, the lion head, nursing. When we reach that nursing, that is where if somebody interfere, I'm telling you why we just do Panchmukh prayers now. When a person interfere with Prahalad, Lord Vishnu come and destroy the bad. If me and you become Prahalad, if me and you become an innocent devotee of God, God protects you from every form of enemy. So if a person, for example, have cysts, cancer or internal lumps, growth inside the body, polyps in the intestine, they do nursing puja. They ask God to please rid the person of the enemy that is growing inside. This morning, as we say our prayer, dear God, please protect our yag. Bless we to get through. Further, bless our home. For the person who understands the power of prayer, this is a time for you to focus. Hari Om. Shri Panchmukh Anjaneyaya Namaha. Shri Asya Shri Panchmukh Hanuman Mantrasya Brahm Rishya Gayatri Chandaha Panchmukh Ved Hanuman Devata Hring Bij Shring Shaktihi Kraum Kilam Kraum Kavacham Kraum Asravat Digabandaha Iti Shri Garud Uvach Pravakshami Shru Sarvanga Sundari Yat Kruyantam Deva Devanam Dhyanam Hanumanta Priyayantam Panchmukh Hanuman Mahabhim Trey Panch Nayani Yuktam Bahubhi Dasami Yuktam Sarvaka Marta Siddhidam Purvam Tu Vanara Vakt Nektram Koti Surya Sam Prabhanyam Damsra Karala Vadanam Brukati Koti Leshanam Ashway Dakshanam Vaktanam Narasimha Mahabhutanam Atuyugya Tejovya Pushpanam Bheshanam Bhayanashanam Paschayma Garudanam Vaktanam Vakratundam Mahabalam Vanara Pranashanam Vishwabho Adibro Kruyantanam Uttaram Saukanam Vaktanam Krushantanam Deepyamam Mahabhopanam Patala Singha Vaitala Jwala Ro Kruyantanam Urdhvavam Hayanashanam Ghoram Danava Antakaram Param Yena Vaktrena Vipindra Tarakayaham Mahasuram Jagannath Sharanam Tatsat Sarvashatru Haram Param Dhyatva Panchmukam Rudra Hanumantam Dayanidhanam Kagdavam Trishulam Kagdavanganam Pashyamma Ankush Parvatim Mushtim Kamodikam Vrukuksham Dharayantam Kamala Dhalanam Bindi Palam Jnana Mudram Dasabi Munipungavaham Itani Ayujjalani Dharayantam Bhajam Yaham Preta Asanam Upavishtam Tam Sarva Bharana Bhushitam Divya Malya Ambara Dharam Devam Gandhanulepanam Sarva Aksharamayam Devam Hanumanta Vishwabhyo Mukham Paschayma Swayam Achutam Anektam Vichitra Vanara Bhaktaram Shashankaram Shashishekaram Kapidhwaram Pitambara Muktim Rupam Shobitangaham Pitangaksham Adyam Anishtam Manasa Smaranami Smaranami Hari Om Markatesham Mahutsaham Sarvashatru Param Sarvashatru Haram Maham Raksha Raksha Shri Man Apadam Urdavam Om Namo Bhagavate Panchmukaya Purva Kapimukaya Sakala Shatru Samharakaya Namah Om Namo Bhagavate Panchmukaya Dakshanaya Mukhaya Karala Vadana Narasimhaya Sakala Bhut Pramatanaya Nama Om Namo Bhagavate Panchmukaya Paschayma Mukhaya Garudhanaya Sakala Vishwaharaya Nama Om Namo Bhagavate Panchmukaya Uttar Mukhaya Ari Varaha Sakala Sampatkaraya Om Namo Bhagavate Panchmukaya Urdhva Mukhaya Hayagriv Sakala Jan Bhashankaraya Yatha Shakti Manukam Nam Hari Markataya Markataya Mantra Idam Parilekaya Te Lekaya Te Vamatale Yadhi Nashte Nashte Shatru Kulum Yadhi Munchayate Vamatale Om Hari Markataya Hanumantaya Vyo Namo Namam Pavanaputra Hanumana Ki Jai. Just consider what you hear and look at the picture. If we do Hanuman Chalisa, which is good, it does not match this form. As we waiting on them, all bear with me. In this form, it have 5 heads. One is Hanuman, the other 4 is Vishnu Baba. It have, just to give you the horse head form, I agree. When you do prayers home by you, the first thing you see on the bed is some ants. That is the katha where Lord Vishnu was resting here and Lakshmi Mata. Long story short, they fell out and they separated for some time. And Lord Vishnu is nodding away, resting his chin on a bow. And they wanted to wake him up to go and fight some bad people. Long story short. And Brahma wanted the ants to go and bite the toe of Lord Vishnu to wake him up. So the ants say, well, anybody who interfere with that fella is getting in trouble. I am not going to do that. Why would I do that? And there now Brahma tells them, if you do this seva for me and wake him up, whenever there's an altar, whenever there's a prayer, whatever type of prayer, you will get dominion after the devta. When they do the visarjan, they lift the kalsa. That place will belong to you, and you will go and get the first share of the prasad of all the bugs and creatures. Tinkwasi, ants, this reach. And this is why if you hear elders say, don't kill the ants, they're doing the job. This is where that came from. The ants went and bite the toe, and in the jolt, according to the Katha in Devi Bhagwat, the head jumped and the bow hit the head, and the head comes off. Brahma puts a horse head on him to go and fight. In the prayer, you are calling on him in that form For example, when people are accustomed to manipulating you, lying to you. Let me just say an example. A child is constantly hiding something from the mother and the father. And you're doing the prayer that unrighteousness in any form have to break. Hanuman Baba, I am taking my problem to you. What in the dark? Let it come out. Truth. Truth doesn't always be nice, eh? When you find out and you cry and you're hurt and you're upset, that's a different story. How you deal with the truth. But let the truth come out in the marriage, in the job, in the money, who thief, etc. This is how Hanuman Baba, with the Hanuman Jyotis, when people want to know and they have the goal, and if in the chakra, should I take the job? Yes, no. And if you ever see it, I'll show you. That comes from Ramayana. The person takes a gold chain and they ask any question, saying the prayer, and they turn it. And where the chain stops, that is the answer. Yes. Go north, look south. If anybody ever misplaced something, and the Baba asks, what day today is? Dasmi, the 10th day. We missed the gold chain, 10 o'clock. That have to do with Hanuman. Let the truth come out. By his blessing, you have to find it back. Okay, let me get it back. In this way, when the person uses this form, even this is the only form in Hinduism that says in the prayer, if a person doing black magic, I find all kind of animal parts by my gateway. I see people like candle. What to do? This is the form that dismantles the negative prayer of other people. Part of them could do what they want. This protecting me. That is why. So not only for today for the yag, but in your personal prayer. Imagine you jump in your car, you're heading to work. What do you start your day with? When Krishna was getting ready in the Gita, watch your Gita book when you go home. They build the chariot. Arjun head up to the back, I in front with the horse. Hanuman is the red flag over the chariot. Before the battle, before the movement, they install him on top there. When it finished, the first person come off the chariot, Krishna. Second person, Arjun. The war done, eh? And he says, Hanuman, come off now. As Hanuman come off the flag, the entire thing, all the damage, all the bullet hole, all the arrow, all the fire, the entire chariot of Arjun burns to the ground, the true lash. From that time onward, he says, wherever my flag is flying above, I protect that premises. So for this reason, and all it is make all the red flag a little taller. Imagine you trying to get it if this is the roof, just by where the guttering is, to say you in charge of this house, this family, this money. For that reason, when the people building roof, when they check in Patra, and you see they just put a little piece of red cloth in different ways, a little flag, Hanuman protect here. Pavana Putra, Hanuman ki Jai. Whilst they're wrapping up there, put all your hand together again as we do Badni Mochan part. We ask Mother to bless this place and bless the family, bless the people listening. Hari Om Sada Bhavani Dehini Sanmukh Rahe Ganesh Panch Devta Raksha Kare Brahma Vishnu Mahesh Jai Adi Bhavani Sudha Kalyani Asura Sangharini Namaji Jai Adi Kumari Singha Savari Jaya Bhaje Shri Rama Ji Shivarani Vidata Tribhuvan Data Siddhya Karahu Sabakam Ji Mahima Bandi Agama Apad Mukte Bharani Na Jaya जी गर पढ़े जय मो पर बंदी निश्चय हुए सहायस जी बंदी मैया सुमिरो तो ही सुमिरत ज्ञान बुद्धि दे मोहि नाम तुम्हारा हे बंदी मैया अपनी जन पर हुए सहैया तीन हुलोक उनका सिराजन जब हिम नाम दर्जन बंदी तब हिम सुर गंधर्व नाग मुनि देवा सकल करे बंदी के सेवा महिमा बंदी अगम आपार गर पड़े तब करे सहाज जो बंदी कर धरे ध्यान ता कर हुए सदा कल्याण बंदी मातु आदि भवानी सहस्काल जो लोग भवानी बंदी देवता जब हिन गर ते ही गर भय आनंद मोटी मोटी भेती तम जय ही दुख पंड सब कटहीन यम के पंद जो प्राणी परहे अति परावे बंदी कथा सो निश दिन सुनावे निश दिन हुए गरे के न्यारा महादेवासन करे निश्चारा. रेडी? प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति माता की जय. Everybody, let's all stand. Go ahead. Let's get ready. Put your hands together. Everybody cover your hair. Eh? My effects. That is effects too, right? Song 1-1. Sit there. With your hands together, everybody. This morning, we are going to do Arti. Hari Om Sajam Chavarti Sanyuktam Grahina Yojitam Mayam Deepam Grahana Devesham Trailokyati Mirapaham. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. If you know the artis, help me sing. ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला. ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला. हरि नाम यही हरि ज्ञान यही हरि नाम यही हरि धाम यही जग की मंगल की आरती. Everybody. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला. ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला. ये सुख करनी ये दुख हरनी ये सुख हरनी ये दुख हरनी ये मधुसूदन की आरती. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. पापियों को पाप से है तारती. ये मधुर बोल दखोल सन मर्ग दिखाने वाला बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला. ये मधुर बोल अंधकोल सन मार्ग दिखाने वाला बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला. Shri Ramayahi Ganashamayahi Shri Ramayahi Ganashamayahi Prabhu ki Mahima ke Aarti. Everybody. पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती प्रेम से बोलो मापति महादेव की जय. We continue to pray, everybody, with our hands together. Om Gajananam Bhutaganadisevitam Kapet Jambu Palachara Bhakshritam Umasutam Sho Kavinashkarakam Namami Viganeshwara Padapankajam Sarvamangalamangaliye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Guru Brahma, everybody. Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Everybody. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Dear Lord, we're about to listen to your katha. Help me to remember. Help me to learn. Bless me, dear God. Help me with my problems. I come today like Sudama. I truthfully came to look for you. I came to you for help. I don't have much. I don't have anything. I have myself. I have all my hurtful experiences. I have my tears, my fright, my worries, my apprehensions. I have that, God. I have plenty of that. And in this moment of distress that happens in everybody's life, I came looking for the Lord of mercy, Kripa Raj Krishna. I came to listen to your discourse. Please shelter me. Please help me. Please reward me for coming to look for you, O Krishna, the same way you rewarded Sudama. Om Namo, everybody, Bhagavate Vasudevaya. One more. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vindravan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Everybody, please have your seat. Cordial welcome to everybody looking at us live on Facebook. For those of you that are tuned in on the TikTok live, depending on which country, which group you're with us this morning, we are now entering as we start session 1 of our third Bhagwat. This morning, as devotees have completed a long puja, a lot of Gayatri and different Stapna and Pratishta was done under the guidance of Pandit. As we get ready to enter this year, I am focusing on the second book of Bhagwat. I do not, in these 7 years, in this 7-year breath that we are doing here at the ashram, the 7 years we're doing Bhagwat consecutive, God spare me life, I do not want to repeat one discourse. So every year we'll do different. There's so much to talk about. Recap where we need to recap to build the point, but different discourses. Not everything is Kaliya discourse, Sudama, there's more. Before we venture into our text, let's recap a little bit. Bhagwat starts with trouble. In our discourse as we progress today, we'll recap who is Raja Parikshit. But for us who are here at this session, Raja Parikshit is the person listening to Bhagwat. Bhagwat is created to uplift this man's soul. This man is now the king on the throne. Who is he? The guy on the Bhagavad Gita, Arjun, this is his grandson. So Arjun had a son called Abhimanyu. In the Mahabharata war, this was a 16-year-old fella, young but married. His wife named Uttara, and she was heavy with child, and the war is going on. And again, this is just we recap for you to understand what we're doing. Abhimanyu is ushered by his daddy's big brother, Yudhishthir. Come, I need your strength. Your father is at the end, let me just say for we understanding, the south side of the savannah, for children to understand. He's on that side waging war, and I want to charge on the north side. I need you to stand up with me on this side. You know the prayer your father taught you. This is a man, when he was within Abhimanyu, when he's inside the belly, Arjun would come home every evening and talk, babe, this is the prayer to use this arrow. This is the prayer to use this method. As a Kshatriya, as a warrior, I need you when you are born, to born with the gift to understand the art of war, the science of politics, what is to be done, what is not to be done. So one thing he taught him is mercy. If a person put down the weapon and they surrender, have the heart to all the rage you're fighting. Don't be bloodthirsty, but stop. Lock them up in the jail. Find another way, but have mercy. Not because you are in charge of defense, not because you are the person to admonish or to legalize the law, to enforce the law, mean that you will be unfair to people. And this is what Arjun is teaching, the power, but also the regulations with it. He does not see the child's face and he's teaching. In one of the teaching, he taught him a prayer, a method, let me say a strategy. The footballer, they learn, the cricketer, they learn how to do different things with the ball, different strategy to score the goal. Likewise, the soldier is taught in this example something called Vir Chakra. All the people on the horses are going to make a circle to isolate the enemy in the middle. Imagine you see it sometime in TV show, everybody is running like this. So all the backup, all the support cannot get to this individual in the middle. So in the Vir Chakra, let me just say Monday night, Arjun come home and he get to teach Abhimanyu, the baby, how to do the Vir Chakra, how to start it. The next day, he's distracted and he did not get to teach him how to go. Abhimanyu is taught how to get in the middle, how to bypass all the soldiers, your soldiers that going like this. Imagine all this, the speed they're going like that, and you have to jump in to fight the person in the middle. So the father teaches him how to get in. But the next day for him to teach him how to come out, the moon was there and labor pains started to come for the mother. So the child is coming, and with all the excitement, Arjun doesn't teach him how to come out of the Vir Chakra. So when now, fast forward 16 years later, young fella now done married, very intelligent, very powerful, it is time to fight. Yudhishthira tell him, don't worry, come with us. We are going to protect you, but you have some mantras that even we don't know. If you lead, we will win today. We cannot wait for your father. But don't worry, I will not separate myself from you. When he went on the battlefield, the opposing side made the Vir Chakra to isolate Abhimanyu. He's too powerful. He has too much knowledge. And in the fight, when Abhimanyu wants, they're fighting inside, good and bad, and they isolate him, and Yudhishthira does not know how to get in to help him, and Abhimanyu does not know how to come out. And the 16-year-old is killed there. Arjun, the fella who is next to Lord Krishna, consider what I'm saying, has to live to see his 16-year-old slaughtered. His daughter-in-law is now a widow. Pregnant baby born, but never saw the father. Abhimanyu never got to see his child. Now, he never got to see the child. Who is Abhimanyu's child now? Abhimanyu's child, the girl is pregnant and she is carrying Parikshit. This evening, I will tell you what happened in that belly. Why is Parikshit so blessed? Parikshit was born with the power of Arjun, the knowledge of his father, Abhimanyu. So my father talked to the belly. Abhimanyu knew that. He talked to the belly and guided Parikshit with certain things. In the context of our text, something that boggles many people, and tell me if this wouldn't confuse you a little bit. Parikshit, we've said in previous Bhagavad, gets himself in trouble. He insults a Pandit, and the Pandit tells him Bhagavad is 7 days because the person put a shrap on him. That in 7 days' time you will lose your life. A snake is going to bite you. So he became, as you will hear, despondent. I'm so stupid. How I could do that? Look who my grandfather is, look who my father is, and know better. I should not do it. So many people is asked, how? If you could have beat when Krishna leave the earth, Kali Yuga is coming. He came in a kind of scary form. We talked about it last Bhagavad. And Parikshit is on the throne and he says, you cannot come here, you cannot take here, you cannot interfere with people here, you cannot shorten their life, you cannot do this. And Kali Yuga is starting to batter. The darkness is saying, this time is mine. I understand you want to do good, but I am told that now is my dominion. It is now my time to come upon the earth, to shorten people's lifetime, to give them sickness that they never expected. One example, for every aged person here, go back in your time when you were children. It had so much hyperactivity. It had so much autism and Down syndrome and different things. Children born, and from the time they're born sick or differently abled. We never had so much a teacher assistant, special aid assistant for one child. 3 people have to school, one child in a classroom. Babe, watch. Babe, come back. Babe, come back. Babe, come back, to do one sums. That is already, people are getting hired now for that type of job. As we are getting more and more technology, it is seeming as if we are getting less humanity. People are becoming more sickly. People's lifespan are getting shorter. And what is the Hindu explanation for the change? Think what I say now, the change. Bhagavad says Kali Yuga was able to come in. Parikshit doesn't want it. Don't come here, wait. In one verse in our recap, that is where we enter. And it explains why this fella who is born in so much a good, so much a great family, knowledge, they put him on the throne. Yudhishthira is the king when the war finished, Mahabharata war finished. Yudhishthira had the crown on his head, and when he heard Kali Yuga is coming, Lord Krishna leaves the earth. He said, I don't want to deal with Kali Yuga. I don't want to deal with that. And takes off the crown, and instead, well, there's no Abhimanyu, there's no son now. You have a grandson, Parikshit. Parikshit inherits the throne. That is how he comes there. That is how you have to understand. This is your book. Understand your history. Before we go into our first verse, I want you to put your hand together. Whenever we go Yag and we are doing Sumiran, Sumiran is where we are praising Ganesh, Devi, different forms. Bless me the sinner, bless me the sinner, that I must listen, I must be able to get upliftment, benefit from simply what I am listening to you. Dear God, who is talking? Not Keshava the Pandit, but the God is what we chant in his words. Pay attention. Please help me in my life. Bless me. Remember, we came to pray. Pray. Redhi Siddhi Data Siddhi Sadana Varana Vadana Sumiro Bharambar Madana Kadana Ke Lal Ko Ganapati Kripa Nidhan Jnana Khani Ananda Bhavana Dehu Mohi Vardhan Varno Bhasha Bhagavat. Ganesh, bless me to understand the language of Bhagavad. Jai Shiva Anand Kand Bhutanath Bhava Bhaya Harana Bhakti Vishaya Nirvan Gauravadana Mangala Karana He Braja Chandra Mukunda Braja Bhushana Dushana Harana Kataho Bhavaya Panda Charana Sharana Le Anakara Jai 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 Jagadisha Shevata Shesha Mahesha Ja Mahimamita Bheva Veda Veda Janat Rahe Riddhi Siddhi Datta Siddhi Sadana Varana Varana Sumiro Barambar Madana Kadana Ke Lal Ko. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. When we were doing Mahatyam, with a humming coming from, right. When we were doing Mahatyam, we heard that Narad Muni wants to know about Bhagavad. What is Bhagavad? He came across, he went to prayers, and he's told, he saw a funny figure, a young girl and her two sons. She said, well, these are my two sons. One of the sons is the embodiment of Gyan. In Ramayana, Kakbhushun tells Garud, in this age of Kali Yuga, people are being hit with enemies. Sickness, illness, finance, all type of enemies are coming at you in this battle of life. And you're the warrior. You have to stand up to fight. The person believes they have bhakti. I believe in God. I believe this is what my mother teach me. This is what I read, I learn, I want to do it. I'm doing it. But in Kali Yuga, it is plagued by the person Gyan, the knowledge, it lacking. So in the soldier's hand, imagine we running into a battle. Ramayana, Tulsidas, Uttarakhand, Kakbhushun says in Kali Yuga, how do you know Kali Yuga is interfering with you? You have the heart, you have the will to fight your disease, all the enemy, all the argument, everything. I want to fight it. But the sword in the hand of the soldier is the knowledge. I put a flowers by memory. Where you put it for? I am supposed to bow in a particular way. Why you do it? I wash the Baba foot. Why you do it? When I walk to the temple, when I do Gayatri Jap, maybe I belong to a different religion and I'm asking you, why you do it? Me and no Baba, The pundit tell me to do it, so I did it. I followed diligently. But no, me know why. The person doesn't have the knowledge. So the example of the sword that might help you, use the mantra, use your prayer. Why it is offer dar, why it is put milk in the dar. Time to fight your trouble. Me know what to do. Me know. This is the problem with Kali Yuga. This is how Kali Yuga interferes with us, that you are doing your best. Nobody has said you are doing prayers. But ask yourself, why the flag higher? Why the red flag so tall? Pick an example and ask yourself. Why am I doing this? What is the correlation with that prayers and cancer in my body? What is the, how does it work? These are the problems that Kali Yuga has come and give you. You're going jag your whole life. You're listening to jag on TV, radio, your phone, every medium, and still it is as if the gyan is missing. Something is lapsing. Where did I fall short? I have prayers every year, man. My mother doing prayers and I still ain't know why I'm doing what I'm doing. You will still come across somebody who is unclean, belly-wise, ladies. Somebody didn't fast. I could make the parsad. It's okay to talk over the parsad, but for example, so they don't know how to conduct themselves. They don't know. Imagine people go to prayers. Use yourself. Be honest. You're sitting by the bed, you're offering the red powder, the yellow powder. Me no wait for, so me thinking there, Ganesh, Baba, I am putting this because. I'm not saying that. I am listening to Pandit and I am studying Pandit. Finish this breast fast. Come on. Come on, Pandit. My leg hot in me. I'm thirsty. I wonder if they have sale in the grocery. I wonder if I can reach the work. Finish the breast fast. I'm hungry. What they cooking in the kitchen and you're going? Praise. I had praise. That is praise. The typical husband and wife sit down for prayers. The lady ain't know which side to sit down on. Watch when you go home. Understand what I'm telling you. Watch your Satya Narayan Pitye. For everybody who they say the wife is on the left hand side, watch your Pitye. You will see the woman is on the right hand side. For people who say the wife have to be on the left, it have certain prayer where the lady does lead. For example, you're doing Satya Narayan prayer your whole life and you never even watch the Pitya too. Pay attention, you will see what I say. Let me enter into the first book to recap just one or two slokas. What is the problem? How did Parikshit, who is so great, good and godly, he come from this illustrious family, how did he make this mistake and what is the mistake before we go forward in this morning? Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Iti dharma mahichaiva santu yantva maharatayetam nishchaye mahadevati Skanda Kali Yuga Dharmati Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Kali Yuga. For all of you looking on, Kali Yuga in a human form is talking to Raja Parikshit. Imagine Raja Parikshit, cutlass, let me say cutlass, weapon in hand and you're ready to beat this thing. You're coming here to cause my people trouble. For children to understand, move back. Disease, sickness, impediment, move back. Go from here. Kali Yuga says, no. Vishnu made me. Who make time? God make time. Good time, bad time, all come from God. He says, this is the time for me. Do you know what I will bring? I will bring hypocrisy. I will bring burden upon this earth. One example, just one. When you bow by a Baba for Tinkwasin, a bowing by the Murti, a bow, a touching the fire, a passing arti, a touch the fire, a touching the Murti. What are you doing it for? Bairu Baba, Mother Earth, what are you doing it for? I want to get the electrical energy, the energy to feed my aura. Watch all them pity around you. See the glow around the head? The artist is showing you the aura. Sometimes when that aura go down a little bit, things start to get sick, najar, bad eye, etc. So I'm trying to glow. So I'm pulling the electrical energy like your Murti, for example, to get that help. But when your guru, when your parents, when the pundit come and you touch their feet, by touching the foot, I am getting the energy from the person. So the person God bless me. But in Kali Yuga, when I come, how I will bring burden? I will bring pundits. Hear me, I say it. If I bad. Pundits that are a stranger to the power of Gayatri mantra. If I have a pundit, and the pundit is not saying Gayatri, and I go by your foot to touch your foot to get help, healing, power, energy, but yeah, nothing there. Current cut the plug, I have nothing. If I could choke the plug, the fan plug inside the plug, but it has no power. How will the fan work? What am I doing? I'm showing you a touching, but it has nothing. He says in this time, Dharma will falter because people will lack the knowledge. He says that is where the darkness comes. If the knowledge is the light that brings luster, it brings stage, it brings the person is able, not like trouble don't come. Karma was always there in good age, bad age, etc. But the difference is the person feels as if, think what I say, a 5-year-old child have a headache, they don't know how to help themselves. But the parent says, you have a headache, take a paracetamol. You need to eat and you will feel better. This is the solution. The difference is knowledge. I don't know what to do. If you come here, O Kali Yuga, people will become overwhelmed with fear. People will become helpless. They will be as if they are standing one place, unable to move, not knowing if to go forward, backward, how to protect themselves from the onslaught of bad things and bad times. If I allow you to come here, all the people in my kingdom will suffer. I do not want you to come here. Kali Yuga is watching Parikshit and laughing. What Vishnu wills, even I cannot change. We wish we could change the future. We wish we could stop the future. We could stop the gray hair from coming. But it's coming. He says, do not fear, my friend. He has a plan. But my time, it is time now to see theft on the rise, wickedness on the rise, vices on the rise, quarrel. This is what I bring. And the truth is, it purges the person of karma. The person has a shorter lifespan, they see more trouble. But if the person perseveres, they get faster emancipation or liberation in this age. For this reason, O Parikshit, Sitaram, people want to be born in Kali Yuga because quickly, for example, when people used to have to sit in forests in different texts for 10,000 years and do puja, a person is guided in Kali Yuga, do Satyanarayana Vrat Katha, offer just fig, and you will get the blessing as if you did Vishnu Puja on Ekadasi, for example. In this way, I bring benefit, but the person has to work for it. Parikshit doesn't want to hear this. In chapter 17, slok 36, for those of you in Durban that are following, slok 36, he says, "Oh Parikshit, let us make a deal. Let us make an agreement. I wouldn't take everybody. Let me get some place so I could start to do my job. And when you permit it, I will take everything as time passes. Tell me where I could rule. Tell me what I could sit on and influence it so that my mandate, guided by God, I am created by God after all, I could do my job." Slok 38. Hear what he says in return. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam Abhyarti Tasya Ye Tasya Snanani Kalya Ye Dhadhav Adav Panya Stire Tap Sona Yatra Dharmayasya Punyascha Yantaryatam Jata Rupa Madhya Prabhu Tata Nripatam Madhya Kamam Rajo Viryam Cha Panchamam Tap Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. He says, okay, you have to do your deal, you have to do your work, I will give you some places to stay. Please remember what I'm saying. Go and live in this Kali Yuga where gambling happens. Have you ever heard somebody say, we don't play card in this house? I don't understand the correlation. Kali Yuga lives there, he brings heaviness there. Our Lakshmi comes because of him. Lakshmi Mata has to run. Think about the person now who have a debt and they want to have wake and they're playing wapi and all kind of game, what you're calling by your house. Consider that. Hindu, we're getting ready to do a whole sanskar. Pray for your mother, pray for your father's soul. But look what you're calling first before you call Krishna or one pinda is offered. Go and live wherever the person is betting, wherever the person is playing games of chance. Go there and occupy there. Influence those people. So, for example, if you've ever come across somebody who has an addiction to gambling and that lifestyle, think about what that addiction, that kind of feeling and itching to go and bet one more time. This time, I will win. People who have that addiction could judge other people. You on cocaine? You bad. I just playing wapi, this horse racing, whatever type of gambling, but they don't see it. Kali Yuga lives there. He says, go in places that sell liquor. Go in what we call a bar. And let different type of vices from that liquor, different spirit, what we just call spirit, the influence in our way, what make the person from one calm, cool person change into a different way. It have some people could drink liquor and go and sleep, smile, they love everybody. And some people act like a rakshas. Ask yourself, what has caused that change? When I take sometime when we come home late from satsang and I take a ZQL or a tablet to sleep, same intoxicant, be fair, it is interfering with your hormone, but I don't get up to fight nobody. I don't behave like that. The person is able with medication to take a different trajectory and calm down. But with liquor, it seems as this intoxicant makes the person behave differently. And of all the intoxicant that does exist, think about the pronouncement here. How come? Go in a place where women or the prostitute house lives. For this reason, this part where the darkness lives, when the person doing, if you ever go to see Naratam, where they're making the murti with the mud, they would take the dust in India where the front, where she step is, the prostitute place, they take the dust and they put it under the murti, where it's going to rest, that the heaviness, mother, let me conquer Kali Yuga. The person could become addicted to the prostitute, to this vice, to this life. Imagine in Bhagwat, we have the katha, we did it with a jamil. And the person is living the happiness at their home, and it is like they're addicted now. They have to go. They have to go. I have to see her face. I have to touch man, woman, same thing. I have to go. Think why. Where does the person lose the control of the body? Fourth place, wherever envy lives. I could be a prayerful person, but you have red, I wore red curtain. You will find a different vibration in that house. You will find the outcome of their prayer is different. I will find a big terrier with parsa to show me neighbor I could make parsa. You're doing the right thing, but you're doing it wrong. Gita tell you about tamasic prayer. Kali Yuga says those things are Those things are good. Give me one good place. One more. Give me one more place. He says, go and live in Sona, gold. Dwell there. And in that place, influence who you want. This is why, of all the metal, it have more valuable metal in today's world. Palladium and white, different metal that people use. But somehow we just had real conflict for this gold. Raja Parikshit is one such person. What causes the downfall of Raja Parikshit? Ataniye Sarvarajan. One day, in doing his duty, after he made this pronouncement, put on the crown on his head. And in the moment when he was looking for water, and he sees the money, imagine like how them children there by the fire. And the person didn't want to come out from the prayers fast enough. He became very impatient. And he get in his head now influence. You see this? I am a king, I am big, I am better. He should be getting up to meet me. And when he reached over, he even put a dead snake skin around the man's poor neck. And the person he do the wickedness to, the trick, didn't trap him. The money son says, you see that type of mind, you see that type of behavior, you're going to meet your death 7 days from today. You put snake skin, 7 days from today, a snake will bite you. 7 days. This is Bhagwat. Today, let me enter. It just happened. He just get his shrap. What did Parikshit do? Everybody, let me sing together as we do this slok. We enter into chapter 18, first skand of Bhagwat. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Yo Vedrona Ye Palaloshta Namaturudre Ye Mritaha Anugraha Ye Bhra Ye Gavat Krishna Snane Bhrutar Karma Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Pay attention to the environment. In training, you notice we are no group this year, but all my drummer and all my organists ansi, all the drum fix, and nobody are telling them play drum, play dantal, play organ, whatever. Make sure you have the right attitude when you're doing it. Like the training here. Could we sit down and listen to prayer? Do you have the attention span, just a little bit, to come to do what you come to do? Think what I'm saying. You know what the bad training is? Tu hi meri mandir Jaya Rama Shri Rama. And you know the song, so you go sing it. You're listening to the Ramayana. You're singing this song. It is a tool, a distraction tool. Knock the drum, really majira, clap, 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 so that your attention span get a break, and then you'll come back and you'll listen to a little bit. So Sada Satsang have a benefit in it. You come to pray. We go do the music, we go do the noise, another moment. Parikshit is somebody, as I tell you, God bless, we get to hear the discourse this evening. Parikshit had turbulence, trouble when he was in his mommy belly. For those of you that are here now that will not be here this evening, when he was in the belly, an enemy is attacking the mother, come to kill him. But in the mother's belly is protected. First verse, devoted to that God. This person who survives all the attacks of Ashwatthama, I'll tell you who that is later. He did not die in the womb of his mother because of the blessing of Krishna. Krishna, remember, his grandfather is Krishna's best friend, them his cousin. Krishna and Arjuna is cousin. Krishna's father and Kunti is brother and sister. So they grow very close. That is how Arjuna and Krishna are so close. That is like my grandfather said. My grandfather, brother, friend, that is my grandfather. Krishna protects Parikshit in the womb from all the different weapons, the different enemy, the different attack. Nothing couldn't touch it. However, it seems as if Krishna is allowing me to become the victim of a snake bite. Imagine Parikshit, I wanted to act this out. I don't know, God bless me, we could do a play every morning just for who will come so you could understand. My intention is you walk away understanding. Imagine this first chapter, somebody just do so. Heavy. This is not light. This is not the person. If you know trouble, if you know sickness, if you know argument in your house, this is that. This is somebody get a death sentence. God protect me then, but God is protecting me now. Angry. And they're mulling over that, they're chewing it. Who are going to tell this boy? Who are going to complain? I who do it. I who put myself in debt. And God just late squeeze me so 7 days sit around. 7 days I am going to die. There's no doubt I am going to die. It seems as if Krishna is allowing me to be bitten by the serpent Taksha for interfering with a praying man who is japping Gayatri. Look at my predicament. The word is sent that the king doesn't want to take care of the throne. He doesn't want to do his diligence. He doesn't want to do his duty. He's afraid. Quick, when you hear somebody sick, you hear who in the hospital, you hear who fall, the word is spread quick, very quick, everybody know. The message went around to all those that could help the king, help. That person who drinks the nectar of the speech of Krishna is able to have the protection of Krishna just by listening. That is why we just chant Gita, that is why we just chant Bhagwat. When Krishna talk, I listen. As long as the son of Abhimanyu was ruling this earth, Kali Yuga couldn't grow in power. But it had grown enough to infest the goal, to affect the goal, that it affected his thought when the goal hit the brain. This is why, this is one instance why if somebody asks you, I see you this bow, but you just touch here. You just touch here. But you really have arthritis, rheumatism in the shoulder. How come you don't touch your shoulder, for example? Your whole body need God, we agree. But this part here, this frontal lobe, today the doctor will tell you this is where I like plenty pepper. I like to cheat in my marriage. I have a rage problem. I just cough she when the night come. This is the part of the brain that they say, do it. Do it. Come on. Do it. You name the bad, do it. Time to do the good, don't do it. Tomorrow you're going to like the day. Lazy. The child don't want to get up in the bed. Chapter 14, verse 16 of Bhagavad Gita. Go and see what laziness, heaviness, tamasic, what it is. The person will say, I have the health, I have the strength. Get up and light the deer. You will light the deer, you will pass your exam, you'll get through. Ma, tomorrow, I had to bed. Tamasic. Think about the person's aura. Think about that person. But they don't see the wrong. The person is blind. Something is blinding you from seeing right and wrong. When the person bow by Krishna, take it here. Help me to become disciplined. Help me to become not my own enemy. I am my own enemy. Something is telling me do the wrong, but never do the right. So long as Kali Yuga is, Parikshit is on the throne, so long Kali Yuga is in check. So all the munis, everybody want to come and help him, because if we don't hold up, we lead, are we in trouble? He is the person who have the knowledge to protect me from Kali Yuga, because when Kali Yuga let go, we will see destruction in a way we never had before. It will spread like a virus, and you will not see it. Imagine you don't see the germs, but it hitting everybody. In the same way, this plague is going to infest each patient, each person, and watch from sattvic people become tamasic, from smart people, what to do, when to do, how to do, become foolish people. And they will remain foolish because they want it. They will love it, they will relish in it. But when you tell them, do the good, imagine a 5-year-old mommy. Remember Buckley's long time? In my opinion, the most effective cough syrup. How the mother just had to beg the child to take the medicine that you need. Beg the child, pray, hit, take the medicine, swallow the tablet. But that way you need. You go feel good. Imagine God talking to you, like Diana, oh God got you, get up now, you want money, oh God, offer the dharna, do something now. When Kali Yuga is allowed to roam, this is what will happen. The person will become from the, we say like clear water, imagine murky dirt, mud mixed inside that same water, the water there, but something in the water with it. An enemy, a sickness that you just cannot see is plaguing you. Let us go quickly to help him. Parikshit, now sick, now in trouble. He is very depressed. Oh, learned people, as they come into him, tell me what I could do, because I know my end is coming. I know I am going to finish. Tell me what I could do to help myself. If I know I am going to die one day, then I have to do what I have to do for myself. Took off the crown, so now you start to think properly. The muddy water inside the water that clouding your vision all the time. When he took off the crown and Kali Yuga was not there, it was as if he get clarity. When some people, me and you, when we get bad news, when we reach in the hospital ward and we start to hear we're in danger, we could lose the person, we just start to get clarity. Time to pray. Call the pundit. Get the ashes from the hawan. We're looking for answers now. Clarity comes. In the same way, he looking for advice. Call the pundit, call everybody. I am now dependent on Vishnu Baba. Allow me to get upliftment because I'm a very sinful person. The banner, the person who works with the flag, with the bird Garud, that is the person who will help me. Please, Munis, you all are coming. Please describe to me what is going to happen. And what could cause this? Let's hear what happens. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. 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 Nisham Shrap Mat Dendriyas Brahmano Natya Manja Bhayananda Aho Bataho Mahagyan Krita Sankalpa Pyasi Deho Yatam. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. 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 The same person, Parikshit, put the snake on, said, "What? Oh God, you put that strap on him, son. It's so rough. Raja, you get back your vision, you get back the knowledge, and when time for your soul to leave, God bless you, you get liberation." Maha Papa Di Papa Ni tat karma grihanti vidya chintayan kritha sudarshana natayaho maya nischaya pritakrita rajayatham niranka nirahara brahmani grihate jasi द्युताहु में कृत देहायतम हवेला नद धुर्य ये तम यहे जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Sitting by himself, I am too wicked. How am I so foolish to have committed to make such a mistake against an innocent Pandit? How could I be so dumb to insult this man whilst he was praying? Prayers that protect the praying person. How could I become the person to attack, to insult, to hurt prayerful people? How did this come into me? I who protect the Brahman, I who protect the praying person, I who protect the worship, the temple, I who protect the cow. How could I become the transgressor against goodness? Now I know my death is coming. Now in 7 days I am going to die. Thinking about this, he starts to become very worried. Will the snake come from the right side, the left side? Which side? Will the fangs of the snake bite me? Will it rip me? Will I feel the body of the snake squeeze me? How will I die? What will it be like when the poison is coursing through my body? Will it burn? And in that thought, in that thinking, I want you to consider yourself. You have to do the colonoscopy. You have to do the heart surgery. What will happen next? They're wheeling you into the room. The baby coming. First child, they're going to make the baby. What am I going to face? I'm going to do cataract surgery. They're going to cut my eye. Oh my God. Oh, what's going to happen next? Dear God. And what did he do? In his mind, he starts to think about the toe of Krishna. You are the only person who would understand my fear right now. You are the only person who could help me right now. It says that when they wash Lord Vishnu's foot, the water that run off the foot, that is where Ganga forms as a river. Your foot is the source of sanctification. Your foot is the source of all liberation. If the Ganges water could uplift a person, if you make the Ganga, oh boy, I need to hold on to the toe, the source. Please, that is coming. I, the great-grand of Pandu is calling upon you. You have to help me. I am putting down this crown. I am putting down the gold. I am putting down the wife. I am putting down the children. I am putting down the castle. I am putting down everything. Dear God, nothing matters now. And in this way, this person closed their eye with tears and frustration and fright, not knowing how death coming, but it coming. And what the old saying says in the parable, when God can come, he said, man, one by one gurus came, hearing sickness, death coming. Maybe the example for me and you. Hindu people today, Kali Yuga, we just go when people die. When they're in the box, I have to put her flowers. I have to see how she look. But when she was in the hospital, dying, sick and calling for she last breath, you who know the prayers, you couldn't reach there to help the person. Sitaram. You couldn't go there to render help or hope. You go to look for the sick in the hospital. You, the person, did you say, oh God, come, let me say a prayer. Om Namah Shivaya, Daivanu. Let me say it. No. That person with the clouded vision, look how you come. Oh God, you got dead. People came to look for this man. Atri Muni, Sri Ram's guru, Vashish Muni, Chavyan Muni, the one who was blinded when it pierced his eyes in Devi Bhagwat Katha. Arishtanemi, Brigu, Angira, Parashar, Vishwamitra, Parshuram, all of them came like a big assembly around the person who is dying. And they started to talk, maybe we could try this herb, the 5-leaf mango. Today, you see how they decorate outside, like long time prayers with the leaf. Why? The 5-leaf mango represents Lakshmi. Today's world, we understand, take the young 5-leaf mango, boil it, drink it. And the herbal side, the Ayurvedic side of that leaf that we offer in prayer, I don't know where we just put it for. But dear God, I offer this seed for you because of the herbal content. It represents Lakshmi. When I drink the juice or the tea from that, my sugar is going to go down. So the person decorate with Lakshmi. You're blessing my place. All these fancy plastic flowers, they have power like that mango leaf we've been using in every prayer. Mother stand here. The neem leaf, Sheetal Mata, when they're using the cookie broom, don't put it down, you have to put it up. When there's smallpox, chickenpox, COVID, virus, pandemic, epidemic hitting the village, hitting the family, clean and heal them. That is where neem leaf come from. You go and check in the Saptashati or any Durga prayers. Durga tells you you will never see neem leaf in Durga Saraswati Lakshmi prayers. It comes from Sheetal Mata prayers because of the herbal effect of this neem leaf. Boil it, drink it, you're going to see what it do for you. In this way, they started to talk. Maybe we boil this grass, just for me and you to understand. Maybe we boil that grass. It say that the Basma Sai Baba, we just get in Baba Ashram, the Basma or the ashes is gobar. You burn it like how they burn in Hawanda with prayer. And you see how it's silky, it's smooth like baby powder. That is when they burn the gobar. That is what give it that. Burn wood chunky. But this thing is be silky, it have a different texture, gobar. Maybe we could take the gobar and drink it and he will be saved. Sitaram, everybody, welcome, welcome. We'll be saved from sickness. Maybe the snake, if you put the gobar on his skin, believe me, they were doing everything. See it in your mind, trying like doctors, practitioners of medical science to save the person from this poison that is coming. Narad Muni, all of them came and all of them were trying, but nobody could lift the spirit of this king. He was sitting there, and you ever find yourself in that position? Maybe somebody dead. Maybe you're in gulf with grief, and everybody come, well, I just come to see you, condolence. And 2 Tuesday normal, but you still there depressed. You want to see depression, go and find somebody who lost a toe to sugar, or a foot, a full foot. Before the infection and the foot killed them, you see depression? Look how I come. Look how I reach. See, that would stop the person from taking the tablet they need to live. Nobody ever know if I stop taking the tablet. And I'll die and I'll go easy. I don't want to live. The person gives up here. This person is going through the same thing. Talk, Pandit, talk. All I want to advise, yeah, you want me to drink the tea? I go drink it. You want me to take the tablet? I will take it. You want me to do it? I go do it. Hush, leave me alone. I alone know what I'm going through. I alone know the burden on me. He's sitting there and nothing is helping him. Imagine all I've seen in my head. You might have your multi-home. You might have your pity. You call God in whichever form. But in this moment, this man is seeing, you see that big picture in front of you there with Radha and Krishna? He is focused, he's fixated. Under the foot, they say, this look a little red. His toe very dark. And I just seen the big toe. That is why when you see a washing guru foot, there is aim, practice, that is a tradition. Any toe is the same. But they just go and wash the big toe. Because Parikshit in his mind, the only medicine that could help me is if I wash Krishna's big toe with my 2 thumbs like this and I put it on my forehead. Then I believe I'll get healed. Then I'll get purified. Then I'll see the truth. I will not be deluded anymore. Parikshit was talking to that toe. Parikshit is in that moment talking to him. And there now, somebody else came into the Yagyashala where all this conversation is happening. Tammopa yanta pretyanti vipraye gandhacha devata drita chittaye misho dvijasho shristarasu karmaye yatha dasaye pale gavalaye tam vishnu gavat sukaye yati punyascha suk devyatam yenarati prasandyate Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah Narayanaya Krishnaya Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. When they're walking in, people come in, they come in, but you lie down in the bed in the hospital, you lie down in the house, they come in, this, look, they come like Yamraj. They come to see me dead. They come, look, all the pundit come. You know how many times when I go in the hospital, people start to cry when they see me reach, I mean I'm going on dead. It has no hope. It makes sense. The first thing they do, they give up. When the next pundit walk in, he say, I don't want this crown, I don't want this property, I don't want this castle, I don't want it, this place curse. You disturb fight his cousin for this, and they lost. My father lost his son for this palace, this place. It is a curse on my family. I don't want it. Jan Bijay is my son, let he take the throne. Or let him tell me about taking care of people and guiding people. I don't want to be a politician anymore. Let he take up this work, give he it. And he took the crown and he threw it. Don't tell me about I have to be the king and I have to hope and I have to do my job for other people depending on me. No! I am going to die, and that is all I am studying. And I'm taking the little time I have and I am going to give it to God. I am not going to continue doing what I've been doing, wasting my time. God give me 50 years, I'm going to take it. Wife, son, friend, family, neighbor, lime, fet, name it, you're giving it away. How much you doing for yourself? Any parent here, ask yourself when you're praying, how much pray for you? God bless them, they go pass match. God bless them, they go like the wrong girl. God bless them, they're married, let them live in peace. God bless the grandchildren. You have a whole checklist with you and God, God taking notes. Too much to remember in my head, let me write it down. The prayer is growing. God, the dog's sick. I love that dog like my child. God, help me to get through this construction. We put you in the post hole. Bless me. God, I have a place rented. I need a good tenant. Oh God, this tenant is trouble. Legal trouble now. Trouble. I'm going to God. You just pray for you. You just pray for your trouble. Be careful. That is what Kali Yuga does. I don't want trouble anymore. I'm fed up. No. I waiting like a taxi coming to pick up a passenger. Death is coming. You want me to think about other people even in my dying days? No. Christian will take care of me. The sages listened and they worshipped the person because of the God-guidedness. Somewhere I went recently, and somebody saw me bow to an old man, not a pundit. Somebody saw me bow to a woman. Somebody saw me, not my mother. Somebody saw me bow to another pundit. I want you to ask yourself, what wrong? May I say nothing else? I did it. I'm not saying I didn't do it. I did it. I want you to ask yourself, what wrong with that? If you have a problem with one barber bowing to another barber, if you have a problem with a grandson bowing, somebody who are more great than me, a lady who living a life at a higher standard and discipline than me, I was a little boy. I would like to think I was a little boy. Leave me with that. I'm taking. And I bow to that person's foot. Ask yourself, we're fighting Kali Yuga here. What wrong with that? Are we so stupid? We worship the lady, but we cannot worship a lady. I just ask, Think where we just say and where we just do. Prem Sabolo Vindravan Bihari Lalaki Jai. In this way, this is the mind, this is what's going on. All he was doing while they were talking and debating how to save, he knew the answer. The only thing could save me is Krishna. And he was listening where the ladies were chanting the little Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let me ask you this. You ever hear somebody say that? But I hear Haribol is called that the Maha mantra. But I don't know why, Pandit. Imagine you're saying Maha, greatest mantra. Think what I'm telling you. It have prayers, let me say like Jari mantra. I don't have a peacock for that here. But it have prayers with the Baba alone go know, meaning the lady with she monthly cycle. We can't teach you that. It have rules. It have prayers only the vegetarian, the Jani wearing, go away. The typical person who eating fresh cannot use, okay? But Maha Mantra is that Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, simple song like that have certain blessing that make it great. If I ask your brother, that is the greatest mantra, daddy want to help you. You know it? You know why you could say it? Why it come great? No, Baba. No, me I know it. This evening we're going to hear about that. Why it great and what make it great. But I want you to check yourself. You know it, but me I know how to use it. I don't know the value of it. But I see them Hare Krishna people is be chucking their hand in the pocket or the little pouch and Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. 16 times they're calling Krishna or Lord Vishnu name. And they're doing their jap mala. They're doing something. It has something going on there. Parikshit sat down and he was listening to them chant. He didn't sing with them. He was just absorbing. Listening, taking it in, knowing that by listening to the name of Vishnu, he would get blessing. Saints singing the name of Vishnu will bring me the devotion that will take me to him. Let all of them come together and sing. This was his solution to his problem. He started to tell them, you are confused. You don't know the power. Sukdev Goswami, a person by the name of Sukdev Goswami, walks in, the last person. Sukdev Goswami is the person who is going to talk to Parikshit. Who is Sukdev Goswami in a nutshell? Sukdev Goswami father is Ved Vyas. Ved Vyas write the book. But Sukdev is the person who knows the book. And you know, sometimes the father strict. For example, the father strict, but you're going by the younger Baba to ask, tell me now, where's the answer to my question? Sukdev is that person. So, when he went to go and do it, he says, oh king, you're on the verge of death. What are you doing for yourself? When he saw him, he says, oh Avadut, the person, Sukdev, you have no house, you have no family, you have want nothing. All you have is a little loin cloth covering the body. You is the person to tell me who have all the house and all the things that hold me down, that cloud my prayers. Think what I say. If you didn't have wife, if you didn't have children, if you didn't have house, if you didn't have job, if you didn't have car, if you didn't have dog, think about where your prayers would have been. But now I have all those things. So when I pray, I have to say, God, protect the house from bandit, protect the children from rapists, protect the car from thief, for example. So he is saying, that is how I pray. Forget how I live. Forget all of that. Just I pray. But when I pray, I just only pray for things and about things. That is my constant focus. Things and other people. But you don't have nothing, so you are free. If you sit down to pray, you only pray, God, this is me, this is you, I on you, help me. Tell me how to get to that. I want to be with that so that when I go back, it's me and him. I'm only focused on him. But if I stay where I am now, I'm in a trap. You're telling me call Vishnu name before I leave this earth. But his wife, oh God, I wonder if the will update. I wonder if she got to go through probate. I wonder if I put the deed, if they go fight. I wonder if that deed have a caveat on it. I wonder if the how you call the thing? Tenants in common. I wonder how it fix the child, go get a ring. What? Me ready for God? And this is what he is telling him. I'm helpless. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to pray. I lost how to pray. I know Christian, that I'm a friend, I'm a father friend, and he's so close, and I still know how to pray. Because all I know to do is to pray for things and people. And if you really check, all our readers do that, We just only do Saraswati prayers to learn to pass maths, or the married person, God, help me to forgive all the stupid things my spouse do. For every person who get raped, get abused, think what I'm saying. Saraswati is the lady who helps you forget those bad deeds, heal, and move on. She's in charge of memory. And there are things you have to forget. Otherwise, you can't move on. You'll never do it. Chapter 12 of Gita tell you forgive. If my devotee, Christian devotee, is somebody who could forgive. If every time I watch you, you cheat on me, how am I going to forgive you? How am I going to see God in you? When we was 19, you do da 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 da, and I am never going to let go of that. But God, Arti, Jai Jagadish, Hare, God inside your chest, but in my mind, I'm cool. But I did dead. Think it. I need help. Guruji, Panditji, you have to help me. I need to pray better. Because of who this person was, yes, the father gave him the knowledge. Ved Vyas gives him the knowledge. Parikshit says, "O Brahman, Kshatri people have learned how to receive a guest. We understand that God could come in any form at any time. I understand the value of washing the feet of prayerful people, good people, holy people, not only people who just blow sank, but people who live a certain lifestyle." Think what I say. We get it in we head, only Pandit could bless. But if a person is God activated or God guided, what make the person blessed is not the surname or their clothes. It is the God guiding the person. This is why if you watch all Murti, all of them like this. Abhya Mudra. Male and female is possible to share the energy, the diksha on the person. So when you touch the foot, you get the energy to help. All in the same breath. Your mother, regardless to who she is, she could help you, bless you. Similarly, your father. He says, we understand the value as a householder as well to feed hungry people, treat people, and by doing it, it helps erode the deadly sins that plague a person's life. In different places, we have heard how God who creates people, and in this experience in life on earth, where a person is plagued by good days, bad days, in different ways, we are attacked. As I said in the beginning, in a battle, you have different enemies coming at you, hitting you. And if the person is not guided and guarded, they will succumb to the attack, to the lash. They will never recover. Some people get raped and they never recover. Some people find a way to recover. Some people get sick, they never recover. Some people get sick, get better, and they hold on to it. God lives because I am healed. Healing is proof that God is alive. God is real. I believe in it. For some people, you have to help me, Guruji. I don't know my way here. And if you guide me, if you show me the way, I am willing to follow. Maybe I was reluctant before. But the lessons I'm learning right now is teaching me what I need to know. I have to follow. I have to hush. And I have to listen. And don't tell the person, the God, what I want. But I am asking for what I need. I realize that I cannot do it myself. For this reason, I find myself at your holy feet. Of all the pundits here, of all the goodly and godly people here, the singers, the good well-wishers, the people who know about herbs, the Ayurveda, the Yajurveda, the Samveda, it is as if the books are in human form here. But you are the greatest person because you take the knowledge of the book and you are able to translate it into your life. A person could know the book, whether Christian, Hindu, Muslim. A person knows the passages, they know the story. That is knowledge, knowledgeable, Kyani. They could tell you where, how come, think what in here, how come Draupadi gets married to 5 fellas? I heard the katha in a previous birth, so and so happened. Knowledge, I know the details. Let me say we're making roti, I know the ingredients, I know the recipe. But wisdom is where you are using the knowledge you have to fix the problem or the circumstance you're in. You could pull it back. So, you ever see somebody overthrow salt in the pot? All right. What to do now? Throw away the pot? That's not wise, Pandit. Think what I'm telling you. That's not wise, Pandit. It have a way you could fix it. What to do, anti-prayer? Young children, I know what to do. Add some tomatoes, add some aloo. Aloo does work better. Oh, that is how we end up with curry aloo. That is how we end up with chana and aloo. That is where it starts, because if you go in there, you'll only see chana in the pot. Think what I said. That is where the aloo come from. That is the remedy to fix the salt problem. Oh, now I know I could do it. In the same way, this person is wise. This is not the knowledgeable person. This is the person that takes what I learn and I put it to practice effectively. So much so, the light of God that is inside the person, it is as if it is glowing. You ever went around somebody and just by sitting down with them or being around them, you start to feel good? You start to feed off of something. You know what it is? I cannot explain what it is. But something, when I go in this place or around this person, I am feeling like I'm licking up ice cream. And sweetness is coming to me. Describe that. Explain to a child what that is. Mightn't be able to get that. I mightn't be able to edify you on that. You have to experience it. Plenty of people say, I can't put it in words, boy. Let we attempt to do it. So you're going to know, you know what? Maybe it has more to the praise. Maybe it has more than just going and singing them. That is why this morning I banned them from making noise with the drum. Trust me, there are more musicians here than you believe. They're ready. They're if I only say play, they're going. Honestly, I had the PA system here. Nobody had chucking no other mic. So what if we just listen to Lord Vishnu words? There's this once. So what if tomorrow morning we do a play and you get to understand and you see that where you understand what we're talking about? I'm nearly done. How much we don't catch. If we singing is nice, don't get me wrong. But remember, you ain't know one word in what we're singing. Beside the name of Krishna, Pinjari ke pan. Wait, mean. What you're saying to the God. And you come to pray when you sing any bhajan and they're praying, what you're saying? It sounds nice. Baba could sing nice. The drummer, very entertaining, skilled. What you're doing with your praise. Then you come Parikshit. Parikshit is very, 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 if you catch it yet, let me tell you, me and you is Parikshit. We are highly placed people. Very, very gifted people that come from good places. Some days you have good, some days you have bad. Parikshit, from the time he lost his father, he could have said, well, I didn't have a father. I could have grown wayward. I could have gone different. In the womb, he's attacked. He come into this life and life was a battle. Until one day we all have to lose the battle. How many people is catch themselves like this fella to ask for help from not outside sources, but the inside sources? I do prayers for one fella in my mind right now, remembering him. And he was very straightforward. You know, it have some people don't like them because they're too frank, they're too honest. Pandit, you shouldn't have put on looking fat, bad. Pandit, you're smelling something wrong. That kind of person. When you understand the person, when you go to know the person, you could with a grain of salt, you go take it. Me I say you need to do have challenges in that. One day we went to do Hanuman Puja. I don't know what you just do when you have your prayers. As I say your prayers, we're going to know for the person. I do talk strippiness, pray properly. Dear Hanuman Baba, give me power, give me the energy, give me the vitality, so I will keep the wife happy and the girlfriend happy. I cheated in my marriage, bless me to keep doing it. He said the truth. Argue. How much people is cheat, lie, go by the baby with all the bad habit, and when you get up, leave by the baby with all the habit. Me, I need to know. In this example, he tell me, not everybody would do that. Think what I say. You know. You, just you. It's between you and that blue toe. What bad habit you giving up? When you're going and change? What somebody had to announce? Death coming in 7 days. Then you're going to wake up like this, Gadaha. I'm going and change. Parikshit is me and you. Parikshit is the example for me and you to follow. It's like a template. Do it this way. It works. In simple language. Bhagwat starts with this man. This poor fella who's so stupid. Watch how stupid he is. Look where he put himself in. Sukadeva Goswami listens to everything he had to say. And in this final slok in book 1, because in this yag we're doing really book 2, the second skanda, it tells him, if you are ready for the katha that is Bhagwat, Bhagwat is the text that will save you. Bhagwat is the book that will bring about the upliftment that you want. He gives him the refresher of Gaukaran and Dundukari, which is the Mahatyam. The two brothers, long story short, Gaukaran was a bad guy. He dies, he becomes a boot, and he suffer. And he come and he real hate his stepbrother, Dundukari. And he asks him in this spirit form, long story short, help me now, please. And same Dundukari sit down and read Bhagwat, and they put in the middle of the bedi a fat bamboo, 7 joint. And every day, as the reading was finished, the soul in the bamboo, you know when you go funeral, you see the kalsa with the deer in front of the box? Same premise. Sit here, soul, sit here. So the soul going up 1 joint as he get in elevation. Every day you make in Bhagwat different type of sin. For example, the person who come the first day, when you make promises and you break your promise. I promise to be honest. I promise when I make 65, I go do a puja. And I don't, for whatever reason, other people cause it, or your health cause it, whatever the reason, I didn't keep it. The benefit of the first day of Bhagwat, dear God, forgive me for breaking my promise. For example. So, the soul of Gaukaran going up 1 joint every day, 1 joint, 2nd joint, 3rd joint, days are passing. By the 7th day, when we, next week Sunday, when we're going to do we Gita part and we're going and carry back Mother Earth, time to close the yag, and Tasa playing and everything happen, Gaukaran come out of the bamboo now looking just like Lord Vishnu, 4 hand, blue. The person who is able to practice what Parikshit is going to hear ends up, you don't go by God. Think what I'm telling you. Somebody asks you, what is liberation? How does it look? The person leaves the body like a deer light, but the person transforms not to go to God, you know. You become God. Think what I'm saying. You look like the 4-handed form. If it is me and you, watch how we have it crazy, eh? We just think like TV, Keshava, I use it myself in a ghost form. You could see through me. Going, Lord Krishna, I go stand up there and I'll say, Krishna, reach home. Take me. Hindu belief is different. Because you are so activated in terms of God and where God is and where God lives and how God is, you, the divinity, is very, very activated that you accept that persona. So it looks as if you transform and you are Vishnu and you are meeting Vishnu and two become one. When they say the soul went, Ravan went into Ram, that is how that happened. The two things is just me and you don't realize that it have a divine inside our heart. We just see fat, thin, rich, poor, woman, man, Brahmin, Dalit, Sudra. I can't help he, I can't feed he, I can't give them. No, you're getting tired. You're seeing difference when all is Vishnu and Vishnu. From the time you realize Sitaram mean I bow to the God in you, and you start to get to that realization, you stop fighting over religion and race and all them kind of things. And that is a Gita chapter 12. You can't be prejudicial. Think what I'm saying. Hey, only Indian people is God people. Only Hindu people is God people. Then when you say Sitaram, I see God inside of you and you and you and you, and you're talking proper hypocrisy. You have to see God in everybody. Simple. If the dog have God too, brother, and you just feed dog when you're taking out food for Shrad, God live here, there, and everywhere. When the person starts to elevate their vision, their drishti, then you become that positive. You live like that in life. When the life leave the body, this is who he is. You is like a God. Jivan Mukt. You go straight into Krishna. But you take that form. You elevate yourself to that, to get that form of upliftment. Sukdev Goswami, who is the person who is going to start to talk to Parikshit, tells him, Gaukaran did it. And trust me, Gaukaran is a very sinful fella. You are nothing compared to him. You made one mistake. If you listen to that Bhagwat for that 7 days, Saptaha means 7 days. If you do that vrat, if when you finish you feed people, you have the hospitality. This is why we just cook 3 times for the day. We could have cooked one big pot of soup and feed everybody whole day cold food. They want to cook fresh food. They want what is fresh food? Pahar. People in other countries have microwavable naan, for example. It in the deep freeze. I want to take out that, heat it up, it will look fresh. I'll give you it. That is one way. But it's not the best way. I want to do the best. So the best way, cook within 1 pahar, 1 3-hour period. This is why we just cook the parsa the morning of the prayers. Think what I'm saying? The morning of the prayers, I'll cook the chana. But Pandit Dev do have help to cook the shatain. Baba could cook the shatain Monday last week. Think what I'm saying here? Monday last week, freeze it, and then just microwave, not to say you're cooking. The rule, cook it fresh. Don't let it spoil. So when I feed my guests, then when my God sit down, let them come and say, oh God, this food tastes so nice. It's simple, it's nice. This morning they cook sada roti and tomatoes, choka, me you know what again. Why? Because we just say one thing and do something else. If I give you at 7 o'clock in the morning, I give you a bus up shot, you know much people go say, oil food again, cholesterol going up, trouble. But you can't win people. One person tell me, if you have prayers food, me I come in. I remember the first time I read Bhagwat. I did not want to do press food. Press food don't make sense. In today's world, we are too sedentary. My belly big. Me, where you get belly like mine. You eat. The food is really prasad. The food had to benefit you. You eat the right type and the right amount, I agree. But we're not active enough. Too many Hindu people have diabetes and they're sick. So understand the premise. And plus, when I cook sada roti, you see all them young children, when temple done, them cooking better than you, brother. Trust me. They're doing it. I don't waste time. This morning, as we do a first discourse, as we come to the end of our first session, I want to finish, right? Good. We're going and close. But this is how we start. I want you to understand. When you in darkness, what is darkness? What Parikshit going through? Feel it in your belly. Feel it. The only way you understand this is when you have somebody in the hospital. When the doctor tell you, think what I'm saying for the elders here, 40 and over. I went down and do a colonoscopy, and the gastroenterologist tell me, I think, hear what this crazy man gonna tell you. I think I saw 2 polyps. Polyp, if you don't know, imagine something like a mushroom growing inside your tubes. But the man tell me he think. So you're sure? No, me sure. It could be cancer. It could. Think about how that person going to drive home, reach home, how they're going and sleep. God, now I got dead. The lump in the lady chest. God, now I got dead. You want to see the opposite side? When they say the lump is benign, it have nothing. It's just a little flesh. And it is nothing. See that relief? But sometimes that relief could carry you back to vice. All right, well, the fasting done, you know, Uncle Charles. The fasting done. It's not cancer. Baba say, I get away. Doctor say, I get away, so I could break away. Until tomorrow now, somebody coming to tell you something again. Every day. Are you Parikshit in the bad days, or will you become Parikshit in the saved days? As we journey in this, if you're not here with me and you happen to be like these people on home or these younger set in Africa on the phone, watch it. Me tell you, I had to offer like them. Them have time, them have the ability, them have the karma to do puja. Me and you sinful people, listen to it, it will help you. For people who get to do it last year and they see what it was, Baba, this year I want to bring flowers. If me tell you make parsad, but consider what I'm saying. If long time people is to bring flowers to present, never come empty handed. You come to see my pretty face. You come to see that blue toe. If I bring a flowers that have a little nectar in it, I bring that flowers for that blue toe. What hard in that? Okay, let me be a friend. I am inviting everybody from tomorrow. Please bring us flowers. We need flowers for prayers. We need tulsi for prayers. Bring 2 flowers, 2 tulsi. In New York, when they had to pay US for knee belief, 5 knee belief is 1 US. So the person contribute that. You see the value in it. We don't have monetary value in the Caribbean, but it have value in that praise. Bring it, they go use it. We go burn the knee, we go offer it on the Murti. God bless you one way or the other. Help. This morning, When you get your food, you get your parsad. Remember, if you forget, I'm reminding you, parsad is something touched by the foot of Krishna. It is offered by the base of the murti to catch it too. It now charged with the electrical energy we keep talking about. And if I have sin, I just start to eat it. One time. Thank you. If I'm a blessed person, I have the sense to know somebody teach me. Like a child, a parent, they say, don't be greedy. Touch it to your head, Christian, thank you. Be the better Parikshit. Bow to it, open it and feed it. Have a child, have an auntie with you. Feed somebody. Share the blessing first. Don't eat first when people come by you and the guests eat first. You don't eat first. Always share. If it's a little something, then eat. Then God bless you. Remember, if every time we meet, you get a little inka better. This is how Bhagavad works. Vrindavan Bihari Lala ki Jai. Everybody, with your permission now, as we conclude this first session, let's all stand. We're going to have to start back puja just now. Let's put our hands together as we do arti. For those of you viewing, you have been viewing our first session of Bhagavad. We are now completed the first skand, the first book, and we're going into our second skand starting shortly. Jai Jai Bhagwat Bhagwan ki hai aarti, पापियों को पाप से है तारती, ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला, ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला, हरि नाम यही हरि धाम यही, हरि नाम यही हरि धाम यही, जग की मंगल की आरती. Everybody, पापियों को पाप. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती. पापियों को पाप से है तारती, ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला, ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला, ये सुख करनी ये दुख हरनी, ये सुख करनी ये दुख हरनी, ये मधुसूदन की आरती. Everybody. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती, ये मधुर बोलम सन्मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला, श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही. Everybody, श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही, प्रभु की महिमा के आरती. जय जय भागवत भगवान की है, पापियों को जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Everybody, those of you at home, help me sing. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Jainath Narai Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Radha Ramana Hari Radha Ramana Hari Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Everybody, Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Together, everybody. Dear Lord, by your grace, you have afforded me to look on. For those of you at home viewing in a different medium, you have allowed me to look on and listen to your katha. Today I become Parikshit. Today I become Gaukaran. I am dependent on your toe to purify me and help me, God. When the enemy is outside and are singing me chalisa and are calling on you, bring your mukdar and fight the bad. It's easy to see and it's easy to understand. It's easy to focus. But God, when it's inside of me, when I make foolish decisions, when I make bad decisions, what to say then? Prabhu, I need you to help me, dear. Dear God, help me by the environment I am in, for the people who are here, for the people who have the ability, the opportunity to make use of Bhagwat 2025. Dear Lord, help me from when the enemy is living inside my mind, my opinion, my habits, my addiction, where it is, dear God, you have to wake up discipline inside of me. Dear Lord, help me to fight the enemies internally. Thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity. Together, final mantra, everybody. Tvameva Mata. Everybody. Tvameva Bandhuscha. Tvameva Vidya. Tvameva Sarvam. Tvameva Sarvam. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Prem se bolo Mahapati Mahadeva ki, Pavanaputra Hanuman ki, Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki, Jai, Jai Jai, Sitaram.